1, 2, 1, 2. Are we there? Okay. I'm going to not go the full length of the music this time because I want to get on with this because I have a feeling this is going to be a long stream. Hello Isaac, good to see you again. I know you can't catch all the streams live. That's okay. That's okay. I've been missing your essay comments. So, yeah. Hello Isaac and hello Abstacked. Ooh, there's a voice crack there. Today is gonna be a stream. Today is gonna be a yapping stream. Man, I don't really know what to start with. So it doesn't matter how many people are here, because the point of today's stream, well, it is for you, but it's also for me. Today is something that I said I would do 4 weeks ago, and I haven't. And that is the next edition of the Director's Commentary, which, who knows, could also be the last edition. As crazy as that sounds. I don't know whether this will be a regular feature for all the videos. I don't know whether, I consider doing this for every video, but I don't know whether I will or not. It depends whether I've got things to say. Because the only reason I'm doing this is because I want to talk through everything that has happened over the last 3 years. Not everything, but like some stuff. I don't know. It is going to be... If you thought my regular streams were rambly and all over the place, today is going to be something else. Now, the last time we did this, we did the first Nuzlocke video, which was just under an hour. And let me just check. The whole stream was... how long? It was like 3 hours, right? It was over 3 hours. So that's a problem. Because today we are going to be doing more content than that. So that's why I've started this stream super early. Because this could be a long stream, chat. This could be a long stream. And as I said, I'm just going to yap. I'm just going to do what I need to do. Okay. So let's head over to our Director's Commentary scene. I need to quickly grab this. I need to quickly grab... Hold. Okay, this might take a moment. This might take a moment. I need to grab... Wait. Okay, wait. Let's remove this. And... I need to get the mic level. Okay, hang on a minute. I need to hide that. How do I do this again? How do I do this again? I like that. Okay, hold. And then I want... Okay, sorry, I know there's no music, so this is a bit awkward, but I'm just grabbing the... Okay, how do I crop this? Actually, I should have done this earlier. I'm very sorry, chat. How do I... Does this... If I do this... Oh, that's quite large. Okay, hold. Is audio getting... Oh, sorry. Let me bring this down a bit. Sorry. Is the audio better? Maybe I think I'm too close to the mic, actually. Let me... okay. Just keep me, just keep me posted, I guess. Does that do what I want it to do? No, not really. How did I do the chat? I've completely forgotten how to... That's doing a wind. I don't really want a window. How do I... Chat, I am a bit of an idiot. How do I crop this? Why have I forgotten how to use... Wait. Okay, well, it's going to be a long stream if I... Okay, do this. Okay. It's going to be certainly a long stream if I, take an age to do this. So I probably want, like, that. Where does that get us? That gets us to... There. Okay, hold. I want this. Then we're going to make that larger. There we go. We're getting there. Do you guys remember this? Do you remember the audio bar? Ah, there we go. There we go. Right, that took an age. One of these days, I will be prepared for a stream. And why don't I pop that there? Let's make it even. Okay, there we go. Does that look okay? Right. Good. Sorry, chat, but we're back. We're back now. Let's get chat back. Chat is there. Okay. There were a few pops like it got partially unplugged. Ooh, okay. Oh, my mic does do that every so often, but it's probably... Okay. Fine. Okay. So, today is going to be interesting. So, last time we just did one video. And the thing about doing a director's commentary for this video is you really need a bigger picture of what wasn't in the video as well. 12-hour stream? It won't be that long. I hope it won't be that long. Oh, no. So here's the thing. If you remember, there were a couple of other smaller videos, namely the deleted scene, what I call the deleted scene, and the rules video. Oh, the other thing I'll say, chat, I have changed on YouTube's settings. I have changed the stream latency from normal to low, so that might be another reason that there's like any pops or anything. I have tried turning down the latency to try and reduce chat delay because there's quite a big chat delay. So I'm going to experiment for a week or two with some slightly lower latency, but if my setup can't keep up with that, then we'll just change it. So just bear that in mind too. Okay, so there was the deleted scene and the rules video, and we're going to talk about those. And both of those were actually extracted from the main video. And I thought, you know what? If we're going to do those, we're going to go the full mile. So we're not only going to watch the big video and the small videos, we're also going to watch the like 2-minute update videos from like, you know, like the 2-minute update videos that were in between everything else. And I know that might sound weird, and I have no idea how much value it's going to provide, but I think it's just going to add to the story. So we'll do that. And the other thing I've got to say is I might not respond to chat as much today, because otherwise we'll be here for years. I will absolutely answer questions if you've got them, but I'm not going to be addressing every comment, because the total amount of video content that we're going to be looking at today, or at least I'm planning to, is probably about 2 hours worth, just under. And so if the 1 hour stream was if the 1 hour stream was 3 hours, then a 2-hour content stream might be 6 hours, and I don't want that to be the case. So we're just going to get started. The very first thing we're going to be looking at is this video right here, and this is called Streaming the Xenoblade 3 Nuzlocke, and it came out on the 11th of August 2023. So this is about 2 months after the first big video came out. And at this point, I was going to be... I wanted to start streaming the run. Does this actually have audio? Can you all hear that? I have a feeling you can't. Did you all hear that? Or not? Did that have audio? Did that have audio for everyone? Oh, if that doesn't have audio, I might be in trouble. Did that have audio? Can everyone hear this audio? No. Bother. That is a problem. How did I do this last time? Oh, I'm such an idiot. Why not? Well, you've signed up for a low effort stream anyway, so you gotta live with this. But this was exactly how I did the other one. Maybe I just need another audio source. Oh, come on. How did it work last time? Unless you couldn't hear it last time? That would be crazy. Imagine the whole of the previous stream you couldn't hear it. Why? Why? I mean, I can hear it, so I'm just proving to you that there's audio there. But why? Oh, wait. This? Oh, okay. Ignore adverts. We're not sponsored. Oh, there we go. Okay, I got it now.
Hello everyone, this is me, that random YouTuber you found in your recommended at some point in the last 2 months.
That works now, doesn't it? Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna have to reload every page then. That's fine. But does that work? Can you hear that? Because I think you can. And let me know if the balance is off. I will probably turn it down just a little bit. You can hear that. Good. Okay. Right. So, story time part 1. I made the first Nuzlocke video in the first half of 2023. And then it released. And then I did nothing for about 2 months. So that was good. And then I'd already planned, like, before the first video, that I wanted to kind of stream the gameplay, as we're doing now, and it's working so well. But the problem is this was 3 years ago, and I was a lot less experienced. And at the time I made this video, the video had not yet had its algorithm boost. So there were, you know, it had like 2,000 views, and I was proud of that. But it means that there kind of wasn't enough of an audience there. So I did do a test stream before this video. I'm gonna have to remember you can't see my cursor, which is quite annoying. It doesn't matter. I can probably change that. You know what? We're gonna watch this video. We're gonna watch.
Hello everyone, this is me, that random YouTuber you found in your recommended at some point in the last 2 months. I was going to post this on my YouTube community page, and then I found out I don't have access to that yet. Apparently,
that was quite funny, actually. First of all, audio quality is very different, and that's good to see that's improved. This was quite funny. I didn't realize that I didn't have access to YouTube community, and that's the only reason I made this video. Yeah. I don't know. Anyway.
I need some channel history or something, aka more content. So that will wait to the future. If you want any more updates like this, then go ahead and check out my Twitter, which is linked in the description. Basically, just to update you all that I'm going to start streaming the Xenoblade 3 Nuzlocke playthrough on YouTube. I've done some testing in the last few days, and I'm getting pretty familiar with how this is set up, so I'm excited to do this a bit more.
I'm getting familiar with how this is set up? Bro, you're not him. You're not him, bro. You're not. Oh, you're not him. You don't know anything. Oh... Man, okay.
I'm making this video to let you know that the first major one of these is going to be on Monday at around 4 PM UK time. Other times...
Oh, that's still when I stream. So that still worked. Look at this awful text, man. But I knew I was being lazy with the text.
Displayed on screen. It'll be about 2 hours. I don't really know what we'll be doing, but I'd appreciate if you could show up just to tell me how incompetent my gaming skills are or how incompetent my stream setup is. I appreciate this time doesn't work for everyone, but this is just a one-off thing. I'll find a regular time in the future. And that's pretty much all I wanted to say. Keep an eye on my Twitter, like I said, if you want to see when more streams or updates are coming up, and that's about it. Yeah. Make sure you're also paying attention to the channel if you want to see when the next videos come out. Something like that. I don't know. Alright, get out of here.
Okay, that's... No ads. Okay, let's get rid of this, because we don't need this anymore. Right, so we're done with that. So... I think the best way of, like, I'm kind of happy that we've waited 4 weeks to do this director's commentary, because now it's given me some time to actually have done a few streams, kind of see how things are going. And basically, what I expected to happen after this video was what we're doing now. I kind of did this classical, well, not classical, I did what I think is like typical naive small content creator in thinking that more people were going to show up than actually did. So I did do one stream. I did a stream before this video to like test, and I did a stream after this video on the Saturday that I just said. And actually it's been like, we're almost at the 3-year anniversary of that, which is interesting. It's not really interesting actually. So I did that stream and basically no one showed up. And actually it really killed my motivation for a while. You know, it was kind of a numbers thing. And as I've said in a lot of the previous streams I've done now, in the last month or two, it wasn't really about the number of people. There just needs to be a number, right? There's a big difference between 10 people being there, even though that's small, and there being 0 people. And so I did that one stream, and I think it's still live. I don't think I've taken it down, and I don't really want to. So you can go back and see how my audio and game quality... Audio's clipping a bit? Damn, okay. That's fine. I can bring that down. I have a feeling I'm just closer to the mic than normal. Okay, I'm gonna move the... what am I gonna do? I'm just gonna move this to over there. And that's where it's... Okay. That's really quiet now. No, that's too far. I'll just bring it down. I'll just bring the levels down. I'll just bring the levels... I mean, you can see the microphone here on this graphic right here. And it normally does go over the red a bit because I've had to turn it up to bring the loudness up, and that's been all right. Okay. It is what it is. It's fine. Okay, I'll bring that down, and I'll bring down the future videos. So yeah, I did that, and you can go back and watch that old stream and see how, like, quickly my whole motivation crumbles, basically. And I actually ended the stream after, like, 40 minutes, and I basically didn't talk for the last 10. And yeah, it was naive of me to think it would work at the time, just because the viewership wasn't there. The viewership has gone up a lot since then. And so that kind of killed my motivation for a while. And I had some, like, video glitches as well. But I wanted to show that to kind of show where we've got to. And I was really afraid. I was really, really afraid when I started streaming after the second video came out 2 months ago. I was really afraid that this would happen again. I was really afraid that no one would show up and it would just be disappointing. It got worse? What? Okay, wait, I can listen back to the stream. Let me... It got worse. Oh. YouTube is not receiving... Oh. Oh, it's not... YouTube is not... Oh, I've got an error code. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. What? What does that mean? Or maybe I need to put... Okay, maybe I need to change... Uh-oh. Wait, what? Why? Wait, are you guys still there? Are we still there? Why is it... Okay. I'm really hoping this is not the low latency problem. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will experience buffering. That's bad content. Okay, well... To be honest, I even considered just recording this. So maybe I'll have to do that. Oh no. I can't change the latency now that we've started. That's what I was wondering. Oh, it's because Uni Appreciate is here. Why is it doing that though? Why is that? I don't know. Huh. I have a feeling it might be the low late. I mean, that's the only thing I've changed. That's the problem. Oh, damn it. Unless it's just because it's not got much, like, video on screen. Because it's just... You know, because there's not a whole lot of, like, stuff going on. Do I need, like, some... Do I need some B-roll footage? Do I need some Subway Surfers gameplay to keep it happy? What can I put on here? I tell you what, have I got, like... No, I don't have, like, title screen buffing. Oh, come on. Why is it doing that? So does the audio sound fine? Is it just... I can see that on the stream, I'm like watching the stream right now. I can see that the audio meter is not working. But is the actual audio sounding okay? Because it sounds okay for me. It sounds fine when I'm listening back to the stream. So is it just the visual, or... Is it just the visual, or does the... Can you, like, keep... Does the audio actually have problems? Or is it just the video? Put Uni on screen and it will fix everything? I mean, I actually can do that, to be fair. Might as well. Let's have a look here. It sometimes hitches a little, but other than that is good. Okay. But the visual sucks. Okay. It might get better if I put some actual video on screen. And I've only left it blank so that there's nothing awkward. Okay. Well, maybe I'll just keep going. We'll just live with it. Because as I said, biggest person who's going to benefit from this is me. I just want to talk. I just actually want to find a picture of uni now. Okay, let's... Why am I doing... Why have you made me do this? Uni. Okay, there we go. Oh, that's a bit larger than I thought. Why don't we put uni... Why don't we put uni over here? Why? Oh, this is such a bad influence, man. Why don't I put her, like, up here, but behind me, like that? Is that good enough for you? Can she sit there? Cool. Okay. Okay, we're just gonna push through. We're gonna push through and I'll review this later, alright? So I did some streaming, got disappointed, and then I kinda just went, okay, we'll leave it for a while. It does have problems. Oh, that sucks. Okay. Well, I can't change the latency now without, I can't change the latency without resetting the stream, I'm afraid. So, yeah. Sorry, I'm folding under the pressure of the audio issues. This is the first time we've had like a really big issue like this, and that sucks. Okay. So anyway, I kept working on the video, just bit by bit. And you know what? I will come back to that later. Why don't I now bring up this? This is going to be so out of order, man. I need you guys to accept this. It's going to be all over the place. But hey, it is what it is. So I did some recording in August 2023 with my streaming, and I actually ended up recording about half to 2/3 of the video gameplay all at once. And I don't know if that was a good thing or not, because it meant I had an awful lot of editing to do before I could gameplay again. And I did actually script. I still remember this. I had a really good scripting day a few weeks later when I did an awful lot of scripting for the video. And I just kind of struggled to make stuff work. I really thought the video would be out in like a couple of months. And man, I was just a bit different back then. I just didn't really understand how much work it would take. I just kind of thought it would all snap into place. And I kind of really struggled. And I realized that this video was going to take a while. So I then uploaded this video, which has no audio. So I'm going to have to do this for every video. I'm going to have to do this. Okay. Now we're going to have to skip the ads
and
again.
I mean
We're
never
not sponsored
say,
by anyone,
sorry
by the
to
way,
bother
chat.
you. Sorry to bother you.
Okay.
Hello everyone!
So now, I made this video, which was on the 14th of June, 2024. This was the 1-year anniversary of me saying, I don't have any content here. Okay, let's play this 2-minute video, which I know is like a small start to this stream, but we'll just kind of see where I'm at.
Hello everyone! If you don't remember me, I am the guy who uploaded this video about a Xenoblade 3 Nuzlocke challenge.
Wow.
And as of this video, that was exactly 1 year ago. And you may be wondering what on earth has happened to the next video. And given it's been a whole year, I think you deserve something, so here's my explanation. Basically, life has been busier for most of the last year. I hope that will change in the near future.
That is true. That is true. So, you know, without going too much into what I do and who I am, one of the basic truths is, in the years, in like 23, 24, I was working a lot more hours than I did when I was making the first video. So it is true to say life was busier, and that did start to decrease a little towards 25. So that is one very simple reason, is life was busier.
But it does mean that my progress has been a lot slower compared to the first video. There's also a couple of aspects about this video that have specifically been more difficult than the first one. I won't explain them here, but just know it's taking a bit longer.
It took an awful lot longer, actually. Oh, man. Okay. As much as it's true that I was busier, and that there were some specific problems I was misunderstanding, another problem is Another problem is that I kind of just wasn't doing enough on the video. For those of you who watched my big future video, which again is more like a podcast for me, I just don't think I was spending enough time. I was being a bit lazy with it. And that's really improved over the last couple of years, particularly in the last 12 months. I think I've actually gotten my life into a slightly better balance, and I'm really happy with that. Okay, I should stop pausing and keep going, otherwise we'll be here forever.
Long and short of it is that I've had to redo a few segments, and up until recently, I didn't really have a scale of the amount of progress I'd worked on in this video. Now I do, so I think we're a real step closer to this.
Is that true? It is true that I had to redo a few segments, and I will talk about those when we talk through the actual video. I've got things I want to say there, but it was not at this point that I was feeling closer. It took me a while. I was not feeling closer right here. I don't know why I said this. It was another 12 months before I actually felt what I'm saying here. I'll talk about that when we get there.
That next video isn't coming out anytime soon. I want to make that clear. But I hope this video tells you that I'm still alive, I'm still working on it, I am trying, I promise. Once that...
Is the video too loud, by the way? Because I need to bring this down so that it's more like the actual audio level. Maybe that's... Okay, I've brought it down a bit. Honestly, though, I think this kind of transparency is really important. I mean, it wasn't necessary for me to do at that point, but I really appreciate kind of human transparency. And that doesn't always mean that you get stuff, you know. In a lot of places right now, I see a lot of people who want transparency from whatever, and often they actually just mean, I want you to say what I want you to say. I want you to announce stuff. I want you to give me stuff. And that's not what transparency is. Transparency is about remembering that we're human and remembering that we're authentic. And I think that's really important. Video is louder than... Yeah, now the mic looks really quiet, so I'm going to bring the mic up again. It's probably because I'm being inconsistent with my volume. Okay. It is what it is, man. This stream's going to be imperfect.
Video is out, I'm hoping to start up a streaming schedule and work on some other videos, and I think that will work better for this channel once I get into that routine, but I specifically want to wait until I've posted this next video. So that's why there's nothing else right now. I don't really know what else to say here. I guess keep an eye on my YouTube community page and my X account, which is in the description. I occasionally post some updates there, but other than that, stay tuned. This short video is really for the 700 or so of you who continue to remain subscribed to this channel despite a year of inactivity.
That was crazy, by the way. I'm really happy just to, you know, thanks to everyone who's been subscribed the whole time. And what's really crazy is in all this time that there was no video being made, the number of subscribers I had still ticked up bit by bit, just ever so slowly. And I don't know why. So thank you all for sticking with it. And now we're here.
That includes all of you who have given amazing comments about this video that I still continue to receive today. I really appreciate that support. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say here, so let me know what you think, I guess. Who's your favorite Xenoblade character? See ya.
Okay, I'll leave this on the screen in case the stream breaks again. Yeah, this was just, I don't know. There's not a whole lot to say right here. I've definitely been through a process here. So between the streaming update we just watched and this, the video had its algorithm boost where it rocketed up several thousand views, which was incredible. And that did give me some motivation to push onward. And yeah, that was great. And yeah, kind of, this is, you know, we're looking at kind of late 2023, early to mid 24. I was making slow progress bit by bit, but I was struggling. I had a lot of problems. And we will get there. But I actually remember this kind of feeling that I made. This was kind of the point, this video here, where I was kind of realizing this is going to take me an awfully long time. And I started to just kind of step back a bit and decided to take my time and go slower with things and just take as long as it needed, grow as a person, prepare other things like some streaming graphics or whatever, just to make things as good. You know, it's been a year, it's been 2 years since the video. What's another year gonna do? I just decided to push on at my own pace, and just be what it will be. Okay. So, I'll close that now. And then, by the way, I should have mentioned, I'm going to be watching these in chronological order that they came out, which is not necessarily the chronological order of my experience. So that would mean that the next one we need to watch is this one, which once again, I need to separate the audio for. I'm going to have to do it for all of them. Okay, so it's going to...
Greetings, gentle viewers.
Okay, so this is now the almost there video. This is my... This was made in November. Well, I'm sorry, my brain just decided to stop working. So, this was essentially my 2-year anniversary video, but 4 months late. I was thinking for a while that I wouldn't post a 2-year video because I thought the video would come out a little while after that. I just thought I'd keep people in suspense for it. But I thought actually it's been too long, I need to do something. This was really the point. I'm interested to see how this video sounds. This video should be the one where there was a jump in kind of audio quality. This video was made when I was in a better place. Not long before I made this video, or kind of 2 or 3 months before this, kind of mid-2025 is the turning point between when I was feeling a bit lost, feeling like I'd done loads of editing, but I didn't really know how it strung together. I finally managed to start stringing the video together and feeling like there was something here. And I started feeling like I could move forward. And it was only in October, about a month before this video, that I did some more gameplay recording for the first time since that August. But I also realized I needed to make some decisions about the video, and so I decided to separate a couple of sections of the video into their own thing. Let's see what I say here.
Greetings, gentle viewers, and welcome back to my channel.
Heck.
That's right, I'm still alive,
okay,
and
sorry,
still...
I'm just going to restart that because it wasn't in my headphones, but you guys heard that. I need to turn it down a bit. Sorry. This is the most random stream, but you know what? It is what it is. It's authentic. It's human. That's who I am. I'm a human, chat. Okay. 2025.
Greetings, gentle viewers, and welcome back to my channel. That's right, I'm still alive, and still haven't posted the next Xenoblade Nuzlocke video. So originally, I wasn't going to make any other...
By the way, this footage of the title screen gets so much mileage, man. I've used it all over the place. And it's just a looped piece of footage from my first ever recording of the game. That's it. And it just, I don't know, it's just now become symbolic to me of, like, B-roll background footage. I don't know, so I'm always going to have an appreciation for it that way. Okay. Oh, and here's what I say, originally I wasn't going to make any other update videos.
Until the
Literally
main
that.
video came out. To ensure the ultimate suspense and excitement for my
Wow,
glorious...
I literally said that 5 minutes ago, didn't I? Wow, that proves that I am... This is more representative of who I am a bit now, I think. This, you know, there was a change in me between these two parts.
And then after that, there would be a different video talking about why this upload took so long and what I envision for the future.
Okay.
That will still be happening, but for a couple of reasons, I am now going to be doing things slightly differently. So this is a short update to tell you that in the next couple of weeks, you're going to be getting 2 bonus videos.
Ooh.
First of all, next week you're going to be seeing what I've called a deleted scene from the next main episode of the series. Yeah, that's right, I'm so professional that I even have deleted scenes now.
I'd forgotten that joke. Oh, I liked that joke. Yeah, sorry, Obama medal around my neck. I'm gonna laugh at my own jokes. I'm sorry. I was happy with that. These 2 bonus videos, deciding to separate them was probably the best decision I made in this whole process. And that is something I've really learned about producing, not just for this, but for other script writing activities I do, sometimes in my own time. The most mature and professional thing you can do is learn to accept when to cut something and learn when to delete something. And there are other points in the main episode that we'll talk about where I think I could have cut more. But this... Oh, sorry. That's not meant to... Oh, has that been there the whole time for you guys? Sorry. Yeah, this was important. We're going to watch these videos next. And I'm really... I was kind of... It was hard to do so, but I'm happy I took these out.
I'll go over more detail in that video, but the gist is there was a big section of video that I fully edited, then decided not to include, but I don't want to waste all of that editing time, so I'm posting it as a deleted scene.
Yeah, one of the things that I do need to get across in this commentary somewhere is I spent a hell of a lot of time on this video. When I say this video, I mean the main episode, but all of these little videos are part of that process. The deleted scene and the rules video were taken out of that video. The update videos were because it took so long. It's all part of that process. And I really cannot actually get across the idea that because I remade certain sections, because I re-recorded stuff, because I deleted stuff that I never used, because I was learning how to make things better, I changed things, I actually have put, like, hundreds of hours of my life into this video, into the stuff we're watching today, over the last 3 years. I really have put hundreds and hundreds of hours. Probably not 1,000, probably less than that. But, like 500, 600 hours, I'm not exaggerating. That is how long I've spent on this video. And I've probably spent more hours on this video than I have either playing or watching Xenoblade 3 content. And that's kind of the point where I've realized how much work went into this. And sure, there are plenty of reasons why that's unique to this video. As we will go over in the deleted scenes and whatnot, there were parts of this video that I completely re-recorded because I didn't think the audio sounded good enough. And I don't actually know if I made it better or not. And that's one of the reasons this whole thing was a journey. Why this video became like this bug that was stuck within me. You know, I don't remember what it's like to live a life without the Xenoblade 3 Nuzlocke, because it's been a part of my life for nearly 4 years. I don't know. And that's crazy. So yeah, it's been a long road. It really has. And well, sorry, no conclusion to that paragraph. Let me finish this video.
Then, 1 week after that, I will be releasing basically another deleted scene, but this one actually has purpose, because it will outline much of the full rule set of the Xenoblade 3 Nuzlocke. Again, originally I was going to include this in the main episode, but I decided it was better to remove. There's a lot of complicated explanations, which I tried to keep as simple as possible, but ultimately I felt that it disrupted the flow of the main episode, so I'm uploading that separately as well.
Okay.
What I hope is that both of these videos will give you a gentle reminder of who I am, as we approach the true beginning of the channel, whilst also improving the next main episode by not including them in it. After both bonus videos, it will still be a few weeks or a couple of months before the next main episode is released.
It was about 6
But
months.
I promise, this is the single longest gap I ever want to have between episodes. There's a lot going on, and there are several reasons why I have deliberately chosen not to rush the making of this video.
Okay, so that's kind of back to what I said earlier, that I reached a point where I just accepted that the video was going to take a while, and I kind of just accepted that the first Nuzlocke video was kind of like a pilot. It was kind of like a pilot episode that proved to me I can make something that works. It, you know, not that people did this, but if anyone asked, oh, is that YouTube thing really important? I would actually go, yes. There were actually like 20,000 people who watched this. And then I just chose to grow. I chose to change who I was as a person gradually. I chose to just improve things bit by bit. And just prep some other things. I didn't want to rush into anything. I wanted it to be right. Gradually. Who is this para guy? Yeah, I know. So yeah, I'm happy with this. I mean, you can see even here, right? I say, oh, it's going to be a few weeks or a couple of months before it's out. You know, at this point, this is only going back to November. I thought the video would be out in like January, February, and it was still until June when it was posted. So even after this video, there was still a lot of doubt I had, and we'll come to that, but it was growing piece by piece, bit by bit. But once that's uploaded, I'll be gradually settling into a streaming schedule and video editing schedule that will provide more regular content. Yeah, and what I mean by that is just kind of having rhythm to my life, rhythm to my week. I think I'm someone who works with routine, and actually there is this is going to get a bit like philosophical and whatnot, but there is a freedom in limitation. There is a freedom in limitation. And deep, that might connect to Xenoblade 3 in some way. Yeah, 43k now. You're right. I locked in, basically. I didn't lock in. Even now, I'm not locked in. There are days when I consume more content and do more gaming than I should to actually work on the videos, but I'm growing bit by bit. Compared to where I used to be, I was. Kind of around the time this small video released, was probably the point where I'd dialed back my actual working schedule, my real life work schedule. I was working a bit less and I had more time, and I was feeling happier. I was feeling a lot happier with where I was. And pretty much most of the second half of the main video, like the bit with Colony 4 and Ethel's Hero Quest, that was all done around kind of late 2025. And I'll remind you of that later, but I think there's a notable change in how I edit and just kind of how I am. I was just happier. And I'm happier now, I think. There's still a lot of things I need to do to improve my life, and even today, I'm going to cut a couple of things out of my life because, well, there's a bigger conversation about how this Nuzlocke has really changed who I am and changed my life, which I'll probably make a separate video about at the end of the series. Anyway, we got to continue, otherwise we won't have any time.
I'm a bit anxious about starting all of this up. There's still a lot in all of these videos that could be improved, as I'm always learning more about how to edit better. But eventually, you have to make a call that you can't be perfect and choose to present whatever work you have. However, that's not to imply that we've made no progress. Compared to the first video, there are some noticeable quality improvements, apart from a glitch that I'll tell you about another time. Ultimately, the future's in our grasp, and after more than 2 years of back and forth progress, I am finally on the home stretch, and I really hope that some of you will be there for me on the other side. Thank you for watching, and remember to be patient for just a little longer.
Oh, and I put the outro on this video. I didn't expect that. Yeah, you can see I got a bit like slightly philosophical at the end here. There are those inspired by a blank page and those who are inspired by their constraints. Oh, that's really interesting. Yeah, I'm not very good with a blank page either. But once I get through the first bit of working, it's fine. It's really tough. I think we're in an age like of the internet where some people are, you know, there's lots of games that are giving like freedoms to their systems now. And I watched a video just a couple of days ago talking about Xenoblade 3. And one of the things it talked about was the combat system, right? And Xenoblade 3 has like the most open combat system of the series. And any party member can do anything. And it's freedom, right? But at the same time, that meant that the individual party members lost some individuality. And I just think we're starting to see in the kind of modern era that a few more people are kind of recognizing that actually sometimes infinite freedom isn't always good. And sometimes there is, you know, I mean, the grass is always greener, right? So we got to be careful, because if we had constraints, then we would want freedom, and that's how all this started. I don't know, man. This isn't relevant to the content. We've watched like 6 minutes of content in 40 minutes, so we kind of got to keep going. Yeah. And I was kind of just being honest here, you know. I wanted to say, I don't know what actually, I think I made too big a deal of this. I made too big a deal of saying I don't think the video is good enough. In a kind of way, because I wanted to not have people's expectations be too high. And I think in some ways it was a bit of a selfish thing where I wanted people to like it. I don't know. Anyway. And I put the outro on this video, which I didn't for the others. Huh. Okay. So we're done with that one now. So now we come to the actual deleted scene video. Okay. So, as always, I need to put the audio back. Sorry, chat. Let's do this.
Greetings,
okay.
Gentle viewers, and welcome.
This was uploaded on the 8th of November, a week later. Yeah, okay. So there was a consistent Saturday schedule with these. Bring that down to there. Okay. Let me watch the intro to this, and then I'll talk a bit more about it.
Greetings, gentle viewers.
Sorry, I don't have it in my headphones. There we go. Okay.
Greetings, gentle viewers, and welcome to a deleted scene. I gave a brief explanation of this in my most recent video, but to go into a bit more detail. During my scripting of the next main video, I went down a bit of a rabbit hole. You see, a part of the video style that I want to go for is that I'm wanting to explain some of the cutscenes and character...
Oh wait, also the mic thing's moved. Okay, hold. This is... Oh no. Oh, this might be a problem. This might move every time I activate a new thing now. No, it shouldn't do. It shouldn't do. We should be fine. Okay, sorry. You know, this is gonna be crazy. Anyway,
emotions and feelings, etc. And even directly
no, I didn't want to
showing
move
some
that.
of the best lines and scenes from the game.
Okay.
But that style ended up being a bit...
Okay, let's go back. Let's go back. Sorry.
During my scripting of the next main video, I went down a bit of a rabbit hole. You see, a part of the video style that I want to go for is that I'm wanting to explain some of the cutscenes and character emotions and feelings, etc., and even directly showing some of the best lines and scenes from the game.
Yeah, so as we'll talk about, there's been a bit of a back and forth for me about what the purpose of the series is. It started as a Nuzlocke challenge, but was also a way of me to talk about the game. And one of the problems I faced is that in the first video, I didn't do a whole lot of talking about the world. I did show the Ouroboros cutscene, and I did show a few good lines around when the groups are kind of fighting, but I didn't do it at the start of the video, and I think you can see that that changed midway through the video creation process. I could have talked a lot more about the prologue, because it's really good. And basically, one of the biggest problems I faced with this video, and why this deleted scene exists, is that I was explaining way too much about characters and plot and world, which I still want to talk about, and I still want to do. And I think the streaming has been a great way of doing that, but I did too much of it here. Thank you, Sale, for being here. Don't worry if you can't catch things later. You don't even have to watch the VOD, because I am just being here for me. I'm going to be doing some yapping, and I maybe got to get on... I should stop saying what I'm going to say in this video.
But that style ended up being a bit mixed throughout the first video, and so we missed some very key details. This is what happened during my scripting. There's a scene involving Noppon, and I realized that I didn't explain who Noppon are, so we should probably do that.
Okay.
Hang on, I also didn't introduce Riku and Manana, which is a crime of the highest order, so we should really do that as well. But actually, I never really introduced any of the characters properly. You know, there was this big scene in Alfeto Valley where everyone gave a little introduction, and I completely skipped over it, so maybe we need to do that as well. But that involves saying that Noah and Mio are off-seers, which I never explained either. And actually, I never introduced any of the core mechanics of the world, like the 10-year life.
Oh, the explosion, good. Okay.
So, look.
No, actually, okay, so just remember this. There's a scene involving Noppon. I will, when we go through the big main video, I will point out where this deleted scene was going to be. And there was a little bit missing that it doesn't get into this video. But this is pretty much... I'm going to stop talking because I think I explained myself here anyway.
I know that 99% of you watching already know the entire story of this game and the Xenoblade series beyond. But I do want to explain the story and the plot and the characters and the cutscenes. One of my reasons for making Xenoblade videos is that I like Xenoblade and I want to show it off. So this is just part of the style I want to have, though as you can tell, I'm struggling to get the balance right. You may have noticed in the previous video, I was doing this a lot towards the end of Chapter 1, like with the whole Ouroboros scene. But I didn't go back and rectify that for the opening, rather in favour of this 1 versus 2 fans joke.
Okay. This is actually a really good demonstration of how much you can see I want to talk about this, because I literally just said all of this to you 5 minutes ago, and that is not the first time that's happened in this stream. So that's kind of why you can see I've been preparing these explanations in my head for the last, year or two. I don't know, that's all I wanted to say there.
I don't regret that decision per se, but I would really like to make this the style going forward, and so I needed to address it for some consistency. I actually considered making a remaster of the first video to incorporate this.
Ooh, but yeah, I did consider that, yeah. Looking back at things now, as I am right now, I still think there was too much story stuff. And compared to when I made this deleted scene video in late 25, early 26 kind of timeline, I think I've grown I think I've accepted more to let go of some of those things. You know, I think I've let go of showing as many cutscenes as I needed to, because it doesn't add stuff to the video, and trying to remember that the purpose of the video, you know, just trying to shift the focus of the video a bit. It doesn't mean that we won't be talking about the deep stuff of the game, and I've got a particular example we'll get to in the second video. But yeah, so I still think I was doing too much here. But actually, I did consider remastering the first video, to make the audio quality better in line with the second one, and to kind of rectify this. I do want to yap about Xenoblade. You're so right, Chris. And one of the biggest things that I didn't realize until just before I made the second video is, I think streaming the game is going to provide more of an outlet to talk about the stuff that doesn't fit into the videos. I can stop and just talk for 10 minutes about the cutscene if I want to, and chat seems to be fine with that. I can stop and talk about a video creation process without needing to put it in the video. So I think the streams are going to give me some of that outlet that I think means I don't have to include so much in the next videos, and my desire to talk about Xenoblade in general will still be satisfied, if that makes sense. No matter how you look at it, something was going to get messy. It made me feel like the main video was going in too many different directions, and it's been a real stumbling block for me and my autistic brain. Going forward, we'll just try to keep this consistent, but we need to address this right now. So why the deleted scene? I was going to have this big section of the video where I went back to the start and explained the world and the characters and some other important details. I've now decided to pull that out of the main video because I think it disrupts the flow. The thing is, I already recorded and edited that whole section. Why are there like noises coming through the microphone, by the way? I can see the microphone bar moving when I'm not doing anything. Does anyone know why that is? It's not the fan I have, is it? Let me just move that away. Okay. I mean, is there any like background noise coming through later? Okay, it's fine. It just removes the whole purpose of the microphone is all. Because at the time, I wanted to include it in the main video. So if I am going to take it out of the main video, I didn't want to waste the hours and hours I have spent making it, because some of it was redone 3 or 4 times, and I just couldn't press delete on all that work. Yeah. So I decided to upload it here as a deleted scene, so that it's still here for anyone who wants to see it, whilst keeping the right flow in the main video. So to clarify, this entire video is an introduction to the game's world and setting, as well as all the characters. There's no Nuzlocke gameplay progress of any sort. But there are still tons of jokes I make, so please do watch it, and it's a good reminder of who I am as you await the next main episode, which will be coming somewhat soon. To be honest, this exercise was rather pointless, because there's no way I can summarize the opening of the game better than it can itself. The opening is just so good. But we're gonna do it anyway. Also, I said that 99% of you know this game, but these explanations are also for the 1% of people who actually haven't seen this game, like my real-life friends who are watching this to support me. So this is one reason that I've really kind of changed my tack right now, is I was almost a bit like stubborn about this idea that I need to not spoil stuff in the videos, and I do want to actually like ensure that anyone who might watch the video actually knows what's going on, but I've kind of just come to the reality that the people watching this video are Xenoblade fans already, right? There is not going to be a single person watching this video unless there's like someone real life who's watching it, which did happen for the first video, but I don't think it's happened for the second. So I've kind of let go of that idea. The idea that I do need to explain, just in case there's someone who doesn't know. I don't know. I didn't need to do that. And that's kind of one of the reasons I've come to accept that it doesn't really matter. Yeah. Believe it or not, they do exist. They do exist, right? So let's just pretend that all these explanations... I thought the video crashed for a second, but no, it was a comic fade to black. ...were in various parts of the last video to some extent. Deleted scene, activate. This. Okay. So yeah. So now we're finally going to get... Sorry, microphone went a bit high. We are finally going to get into some actual content. Okay. So once again, I will point out where this is in the main video. There is a little bit that's cut here, and yeah. No, I explained all this. We're just going to start watching. So as I said, this was my attempt to genuinely explain the world and the setting and try and make it funny at the same time. Okay. Is the world of Ionios. It is made up of two nations, Keves and Agnes, and they are continuously fighting each other over control of the world. But why are they fighting? Everyone in this world has a lifespan of 10 years. They are born at our equivalent of age 10, and they die when they reach our equivalent of 20. But of course, they don't know what ages 10 to 20 mean, so they call each year a term, from 1st to 10th. You can also hear that the audio quality in this is slightly older. It's slightly worse because it was slightly older. So fun fact, this kind of deleted scene section was one of, if not the first section of the main episode that I actually fully edited through. This was made in like early 2024, like January, February. It did then get redone. I just said the audio quality was worse, but I know that I re-recorded all the audio for this, I think 2 more times? I think this was all re-recorded 3 times. Yeah. Okay, it is what it is. You're kind of seeing... I'll kind of let this play for a while. Of our main Ouroboros group, everyone is in their 9th term, except for Mio, who is in her 10th term, and 3 months away from the end of her life. However, everyone also has this thing called a flame clock. The prologue music is really good, by the way. And the flame clock is basically a sand timer on your life. I might even like turn this down just to kind of talk over it a bit, because this is kind of all just explanation. You can kind of see here why I decided that this wasn't worth putting in the main video. The main video would have been so much worse if there was like 8 minutes of this about, like, just in the middle. This would have been just in the middle of the video, kind of out of nowhere. I don't think it would have been good to put this here, and I'm really happy I took it out. As I said, I wanted to post it because I... showing through the Ouroboros. Okay, wait, no, let's go back, because this is actually good content. This is like meaning of our world. Noah quotes. This is one of the main themes of this game, things being an infinite circle, showing through the use of the Ouroboros, which is depicted as a dragon or snake eating its own tail. And so, whilst the two nations are fighting for control of the world, they're really just fighting for life from each other. They do this from various outposts, known as colonies, which each form a big giant mech, which is called a Pharaonis. Wow! And they also have a bunch of other robots and lasers and cool tech stuff, except it's not that cool because they're all killing each other. Most soldiers die in battle, but the rare survivors who do make it all the way through their 10th term... Okay, let me talk about Homecoming. I don't want to skip any moments of this going to be so real we are looking at a slideshow. That's exactly the point. Oh, wait. Oh, you mean like in the stream? Oh, wait. Do you mean... Oh, you mean the... Oh, no, the video quality looks awful. Oh, no. Oh, damn it. Oh, has that been happening the whole time? Oh, I'm so sorry, Chris. Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, you know what? It doesn't actually matter right now, because this part's bad. But... why are... Oh, you could have told me that earlier. Sorry. Why is it doing that? What? Oh, why is it being so bad? YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. The audio sounds fine, which is interesting. Okay. Oh, that sucks, because it doesn't really matter for this particular video, but it is going to matter for the bigger ones. Why? The stream's bitrate is too low. Why? Oh, I really hope it's not the latency. I think it might be the latency, though. Which kind of sucks, because that means I can't have higher... Ah. Why? Why is it doing that? Oh, can I fix that, or can I not fix that? I mean, given... I have a feeling it's latency. Okay, you know what we might do? Yeah, it hasn't been super noticeable since it was mostly the title screen. Yeah, you're right. You know what we might do? I might end the stream and start a new one on normal latency. I think that's maybe the only option I've got. Okay. Okay, yep. Okay, I'm sorry about this, chat, but I'm gonna end the stream and start a new one on lower latency and see if that fixes the problem, alright? I will catch you all in 2 minutes.